Welcome students. Today we are going to start a new chapter. This is called motion in straight line. Here we are going to start mechanics. Motion in straight line. Motion in straight line. This is a new chapter for you. So first come for introduction. So no doubt motion of any body, motion and rest are the relative aspects of any body. One side you can say body is in rest or you can say body is in motion. So when any body change their position with respect to another body, that is called motion. Let's suppose you are in journey of train, you can see tree are running. Although tree are in rest, if some person is standing outside the train, he will say tree is in rest. You are telling that tree are in motion. It means there are two different observer. One observer is inside the train. He noticed that trees are running, while another observer is outside the train. He telling that trees are in rest. It means we can't say body is in rest or body is in motion directly, because everything is measured with respect to the another body, that is called frame of reference or any observer. So no doubt when any body is, when the velocity of body or when the position of a location of body measured with respect to another body, that is called motion. If body is in motion, it means their position should be changed with respect to another body. And if position not going to change, so then body will called what? Rest. So it is very impossible to state that body is in rest or body in motion with one observer. If that body is in rest, maybe with respect to a second observer, it could be in motion. So it is the introduction for you. So when any body change their position with respect to another body, that is called motion. And I have put the example. You are inside the train, your train is running, you notice that all trees is also running with respect to you. Or when any astronaut is going to what? Space, he noticed that earth is moving downward or running downward. It means earth is in rest with respect to him. But since he is that space is motion or aircraft is motion, he will notice that earth is moving away from him. So these are about your what? Motion and what? Rest. Next, all these points you will study, that is called, that branch of physics is called mechanics. Mechanics is the branch of physics under which we will study the body is in rest or body is in motion. Both points. The mechanics is the branch of physics under which we will study the body is in rest or body is in motion. Mechanics have two branches. These are called statics and kinematics. Statics and kinematics. If the branch of mechanics under which we will study the body is in rest, this branch of mechanics is called statics. And if body is in motion, this is called kinematics. So there are two branches of mechanics, statics and kinematics. In static, the branch of mechanics, not a branch of physics. Branch of physics, mechanics is the branch of physics, while statics is the branch of what? Mechanics, under which we will study the body is in rest, while kinematics under which we will study the body is in motion without cause. Keep in mind. Why body is in motion? You are not going through the cause, directly have to see their body is in motion. This is called kinematics. And if body is in motion with their cause, that is called dynamics. So what is the difference between kinematics and dynamics? In kinematics, you will study that body is in motion without cause, while in dynamics, body is in motion with cause. Let's suppose you applied it force on body, and I ask, only you see the body which is in motion, this is called kinematics. I have neglected the force, while in same case, if I ask body is in motion due to force, this it means you are studying the body is in motion as well as force due to which body become in motion. This is called dynamics. So mechanics It is the branch of physics under which we will study the body is in rest or body is in motion. This is the whole thing. It have a three branches. Statics inside which all time we will study body is in rest. Kinematics, under which we will study the body is motion without the cause of motion. And in dynamics we will study the body is in motion with their cause. So this is all about your mechanics, statics, kinematics and dynamics. Okay. Next, our aim is today, our heading is motion in straight line. So there are three types of motion. First is called one dimension motion. One dimension. This is also called one dimension. One dimension means motion in straight line. Two dimension and three dimension. We will study in your syllabus, all 3 points are given. Mostly 1 and 2 dimensions are given. There are 3 types of motion: 1 dimension motion, 2 dimension motion and 3 dimension motion. 1 dimension motion, when any body moves in a straight line, see there, motion in straight line. When any body moves in a straight line, this is called 1 dimension motion, and for complete study of each, only one coordinate is needed. Let's suppose body is moving in x dimension, so only its position will be what? X. This is called motion, one dimension motion. Keep in mind, body should in straight line, that is called one dimension motion, and as well as only one coordinate needed for alt. One coordinate is needed for complete study, that is called one dimension motion. Two dimension. Let's suppose in same case, if body is moving as like this, earthworm or what, snake, or you are moving, you're cycling on road as like zigzag, what happening? You can see there, you are moving in x dimension as well as up and down. No doubt this is called what dimension? Body. It means if you are moving as like this, see there, as like this, a straight line, all time you will get x. If you are moving as like this, not in straight line, it means zigzag you are moving. It means for this, two coordinates needed, x and y. So its position will be, see there, its position will be, what are its position? This is x and this is y. What a coordinate? Its coordinate will be x and y. This is called two dimension motion. So what a two dimension motion? In two, no doubt, body is moving on earth, but it is irregular motion or it is zigzag. It means sidewise motion is not neglected. Such type of motion is called two dimension motion. Are you getting? Both motion will be on road, on what? Earth. In that case, body will move in straight line, while here body is moving zigzag or as like this. It have a coordinate x and y. It means for complete study of this two dimension motion, two coordinates needed, x and y. This is also called motion in plane. All motion in plane, that is called two dimension motion. Three dimension motion. Three dimension. Let's suppose this is your aircraft. This is moving in sky. What happened? Aeroplane is moving in sky. What happened? This is x, this is y, and what? This is what? Z. It means how many coordinates needed? X, y, and z. This is called three-dimension motion. If anybody is moving in sky, then three coordinates needed for complete study, that is x, y, and z. This is called three-dimension motion. Are you getting the point or not? Our lecture will based on whole chapter is motion in straight line. It means we will go through one dimension, but I am telling you there are three type of motion. One dimension, all time body is in straight line and only one coordinate needed. Two dimension, this is also called motion in plane. Two coordinates needed, x and y, as like any car is running on road, not in straight line but at our zigzag. It means sidewise motion is not neglected. While in third case, if any aeroplane is in sky, what happened? It's x, y, and what? Z. All three dimension needed for complete study. This is called three dimension of motion. So this is basic difference between one dimension, two dimension, and what? Three dimension. Okay. Okay. So first heading for motion in a straight line. This syllabus is started from here. That was the introduction. So it is distance and displacement. Very easy topic, I think, already taught in class 9th. Distance and displacement. Let's suppose you are given this is point A, this is point B, and you are moving as like this you are going from A to B as like this. This is called distance. This is also called distance. If you are the total length of path from A point to B point, or between 2 points, total length path, it is not a vector quantity because it is scalar, so you can go here and there. This is called distance. If you are selecting the shortest path from A to B, no doubt this is the shortest. This is called displacement. So what a basic difference between distance and displacement? Distance, displacement. What a basic difference? Distance is total length of path. Displacement is the shortest length of path. First point. It is the total length of path. It is the shortest length of path. Second point. It is a scalar quantity because direction is not needed. You are moving here and there. Displacement is vector quantity. Displacement is vector quantity. Next, it is always positive. Distance is always positive. Displacement could be positive, negative, and what? Come on, 0. It could be positive, negative, and 0. Last point, both unit is what? Meter. So what are basic difference between distance and displacement? Distance is a total length of path. Displacement is the shortest length of path. Distance is a scalar quantity. Displacement is vector quantity, and both distance is always positive, no doubt, always positive. Here it could be positive, negative, and what? 0. I will prove here how it will positive, negative, and 0. This is the basic difference between distance and displacement. Let's suppose you started journey from O and you move in that direction, and total distance is what? Come on, x. So no doubt distance is x and displacement is what? X. Both are x. Or let's suppose it is 1 kilometer. Let's suppose you move 1 kilometer. So both become 1 kilometer. It become 1 kilometer. Both are 1 1. Okay. If you back to O again, so what are distance? Distance, because it is a scalar quantity, so it become 1 plus 1. 1 kilometer you are backing from A to O again. So it become 2 kilometer. Distance become 2 and it become 1 and minus 1, opposite direction you moving. So you 1 minus 1, it means displacement becomes 0. Are you getting the point? Such type of examples are given in your NCERT. Third point, if you are moving in opposite direction again at point B, this is minus 1. So what are distance? Distance is a scalar, so 1 plus 1 plus 1, so no doubt how much? Distance is what? 3 kilometer, always positive. And what are displacement? 1 is positive direction 1. 1 is negative minus 1, opposite direction, and again minus 1. So minus minus cancel, you will get minus 1. So distance is 1 kilometer, 2 kilometer, 3 kilometer. While displacement is 1 kilometer, 0 kilometer, and minus kilometer. You can check there, it is always positive. It could be positive, negative, and 0. So this is the basic difference between distance and displacement. One more example I will put in front of you. Let's suppose any body is moving as like this. This radius is r. Okay, I ask find the A, B, C, D, A. Find the distance and displacement between AB. This is homework for you. Between AC, between AD, and between what? AA. You have to find the answer for this one. So note down the homework. If any body is moving in circular path of radius r, journey started from A, B, C, D, A. So what are distance and displacement? Distance and displacement between AB, AC, AD, and AA. Okay. So this is the introduction about motion in straight line. Okay. That's all for today.